Ah, good morning everybody. It's Saturday the 24th of June and there's been a lot happening this week on the news and there's a lot here happening in Thailand and I thought I'd make a video today. We start here at home, but we might go down to one of the beaches this afternoon and I'll continue some more down there. But let me just tell you a few things that are happening. Firstly, good news, and that's good news except for Australia, people, that the currency, the Thai currency, it seems to be dropping a bit, and at the moment the pound has been the highest it's been for the UK pound is the highest it's been for a long time. We're talking about nearly 45 baht to the pound this morning, which is pretty good actually. I don't know how the US dollar equates, but anyway, not to worry about US dollar. The question is why? What's going on? I've watched it all week, slowly increasing from 42 up to where it is now, and I think it's all to do actually with the Thai government. Thai elections happened last month in May, and we thought everything was done and dusted. The popular parties amongst the people got voted in, which obviously the ex sort of junta military parties weren't too happy about, but that's what the people have voted, and they've said they'd make it a democratic election. Unfortunately, since then it doesn't seem to be working out too well, because although the votes been made and we know the winners, they haven't been the government hasn't been formed with the new parties yet, and there's been all sorts of checks carried on for weeks, and that might suit some, but it makes a little bit of a mockery of a democratic election if it takes so long to install a party into place. Of course, there'll be a lot of people kind of worried about this, particularly all our friends that are into spreading the weed around Thailand, and because this government has, the new government has vowed to make it one of the top priorities to immediately crack down on this aspect of weed growth here in Thailand, and to start take a strict control of it. Well, here in Pattaya, there's loads and loads of weed shops, as I've explained before in other videos. A lot more since the Russians became involved. So there's certainly more weed shops and bars now. I think everywhere you go, you see weed shops, and obviously some of them are quite plush. Actually, people have spent a lot of money on the making the shop look good, etc. And all these people must be extremely worried now in case it's all going to get ripped out under the feet and leave them sitting flat on their asses, so to speak. We'll have to see what happens about that, but it's a worry for them if that government gets in, and I think actually it's a good thing. I think it's gone out of hand. That's my opinion, but they certainly don't need all these weed shops, and they can't be making a profit, but they might be generating funds from other areas. You know, there's more than weed that's attractive to people, and I've heard already stories about there are under-the-counter aspects also for maybe other desirables at these shops. Anyway, that's that. I see this morning that there's problems in Russia. The Russians, this Wagner group is marching back into Russia, saying they're going to sort Russia out. That'd be good. But talking about Russians, it's widely reported now that the Russians have actually swamped Phuket and swamped Pattaya. We've got lots of them here, and these people. Well, my parrot's just jumped on the table. These people are buying up condos left, right, and centre, apparently, with the Chinese. So, but both of these people bring their own mafia with them. You know, it's so we've got a lot of Russians, we've got a lot of Chinese, which is changing the whole demographic of Pattaya. Yeah, it's changed the whole demographic of Thailand and Pattaya, actually. Come on. Yeah. What'd you say? Huh? come to see me, huh? You come to see me? Oh, there we go. There we go. My big bird. Hey, big bird. Go on. Off you go. So, anyway, I think I'll wind this video up here, which is just for the introduction about what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the change in the demographics here in Pattaya, actually, and probably go on more about reporting about how low this low season is, although it's kind of well reported now. It's very concerning for a lot of people, and also the change of prices here in Pattaya, and is it still a viable holiday resort for those that want to come to Thailand and party? I kind of sincerely doubt it, actually. I had a guy come here at Christmas, someone I know very well, and he normally comes for a couple of months, and he expects to spend about 4,000 to 5,000 on his partying. That's not including his flights and his hotel, etc. And he came this Christmas, the same thing. I think he stayed about 5-6 weeks. But this time he doubled his spending on partying, and he had to send for more money to be transferred from the UK because prices really have gone through the roof. If you're coming here to party and you want to party with the girls and all the rest of it, be prepared. It's going to cost you a lot of money now these days. Anyway, we'll talk about that down the beach. So let's go down the beach. So here we are down in Tien Beach. It's not one that I visit frequently. In fact, to be truthful, I don't visit any of the beaches frequently, and that's a crying shame, considering that you know, millions of people spend a lot of money to come here and enjoy the beaches and the general ambience of the country. And here we sit just 20 minutes drive from here, and we don't come down too often, and we do occasionally, but not Tien actually. But here we are, we got down here. It's not so busy at the moment, and I put that down to that it is the low season, and because it's a low season, I think the Pattaya Council have cut back from doing so many weekend events and attract Thais from all over the country. But you still get the Thais from Bangkok, etc. They like to come down, and Tien is a favourite for those that are coming in for the day. I expect, because of the beach, it's a nice beach, and also because it's relatively easy to get down here, and you don't have to manipulate through the town to get down to the beach. And so it's still a bit popular, even in the low season. We're down here, and it's very pleasant to sit under the umbrellas here. We pay 50 bahts per umbrella. Although we got 3 seats, they normally just charge us for 2. They don't normally charge us for 1 for Sandra, which is perfect. She's never really there. She's away looking around and seeing what else the other children are doing, etc. But it was a very pleasant time down here. You sit under the umbrellas here, and you get all the vendors coming along. You get people coming offering you massage, or you can get manicures, your nails cut, etc. And then you got people coming around with seafood and portable barbecues that will come up to your table and barbecue at the side of you some squid or shrimps. Very, very nice. It's fairly cheap. You get a nice bowl of shrimps, or maybe about 6 decent sized ones for 100 baht, which is £2.50 in the UK, about $3 I suppose. you can't complain at that for the lovely seafood, and they'll give you some sauce to go with them, etc. Very nice to sit back and relax for the day. The people that have these umbrellas, they've got a little stall at the front, and they keep all the cold beers and drinks and there also. So I like to sit and have a couple of beers. It's, just watch the day go past and the people around, and it's very, very, very pleasant. But let's get on with the story now, I think.
Hello.
So here we are down on Junction Beach, and it's a lovely, lovely day. There's a few people here, but not many foreigners. I'd say just a handful of foreigners. Everybody else looks like Thai, actually, mostly Thais that are down here. You know, many critics say that the Junction Beach here is much better than the Pattaya Beach. And actual fact, having just been down there with my daughter, I tend to agree with them. It's a very nice beach here, and the water is very clear when you get down there. So that's definitely a one-up for Junction. If you're thinking about coming here on holiday, and Junction might be an attraction for you. Yes, it's a nice area, and you're just as close to all the amenities outside of Pattaya than you are if you live in Pattaya. The only difference is that you're a taxi ride from the Pattaya centre, and where it all happens in the evenings. But that's no big deal if you're here on holiday for a couple of weeks and you want to have the best of all worlds. I don't know about hotels in Junction. I don't know if there's a great deal of hotels. I know there's a couple of good ones here, yeah, but I don't know how many they can accommodate in hotels in Junction. Junction is a condo city, condominiums everywhere, and it's very popular for condominiums. Talking about condominiums, I was reading this morning that here in Pattaya, where the condominiums are being snapped up quite quickly by both Chinese and Russians. So, uh-oh, here comes trouble. What? You see a fish, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Daddy's making a video, so shh. Yeah, so I'm making it, Sandra, I'm making a video. I just wanted to talk about something else that I watched this morning. It was another YouTube channel, actually, where they're talking about the girls in the bars and the girls in the nightclubs, and the difference between the different standards of girls that are throughout the town, you know. Long before COVID, the spattering of beautiful girls was very even all through the town, but it appears now that a lot of the beautiful girls that used to come and work, they're much more tech savvy now, and they're working online or they're working in other places. They're certainly not sitting around bars waiting for old guys like me or others to come and find them. They've set up their own business, and it was getting mentioned this morning that there's actually a couple of agencies now, which must be in the mafia type, Russian or Chinese or whatever, maybe Thai, that are bringing some very nice girls into the area and renting them out to various nightclubs that they can afford to pay the charges for the beautiful girls. So what I'm getting around to saying is they were talking about what you pay to have ladies. Now, if you're coming out for the party and to enjoy the girls and have some fun, it's going to cost you a lot more than it used to do many years ago. And it's, I think the prices now are going beyond a lot of people's scope for sure. Although they say that downtown you can still get a girl from a bar, maybe for between 500 and 800 bar fine, and then whatever you got to pay the girl, that you come to these arrangements yourself. But it was getting touted on the video that I watched this morning that for ST it was working out at about 1,500 bahts, up to 2,500 bahts for a night. So, but that was in the very basic bars. They say that if you go into the nightclubs, the go-go dancers, etc., it's extremely more expensive. In that the bar fine can cost you up to 2,000 baht, but before you can even pay the bar fine, the girl has got to have been bought by yourself at least 5 lady drinks, and the lady drinks minimum in these places is around 200 baht. So there's 1,000 bahts before you even start on the bar fine. They say the bar fine's up to 2,000 baht, and then of course, because the girls are the top class, and they're going to be looking for substantial money when they agree to go with you. And it's actually said on this video that I was watching that actually at this moment of time, the owners of these bars, they don't want customers taking the girls out. I find that a little bit strange and a little bit difficult to understand, because but maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't go downtown. I don't see these things happening. But what I'm trying to come around to saying is, whereas before COVID, coming to Pattaya partying was not such a big deal actually. You know, airfares, you could get a return fare for maybe £500 or so around there. You could get your hotel, a decent hotel, 3-star, about 1,000 to 1,400 a night. And then of course your party costs, feed, girls, whatever you want to spend it on. Go out, maybe you want to go out and do the go-kart racing, or go and do things, or do some traveling around while you're here. All adds up. But it was affordable for the normal young guy that had a decent job, etc. before. Now, I don't think so. Not if these costs that they're talking are true. You know, as I mentioned before, I had a friend that was here at Christmas, and he didn't expect it, but he spent nearly £10,000. That's about $12,000 just on his holiday here. And everybody I've heard are complaining that things are costing a lot more. So I think maybe the industry, the pleasure industry, has moved up market, and you're going to have to be prepared to spend considerably more if you're coming to Thailand partying. So much so that it's maybe cheaper to go to the more local spots. If you're in Europe, maybe Amsterdam, or up to Czech and go to Prague. These are all supposed to be super places to go partying. I don't know, I've not been to Prague. I've been to Amsterdam, but I've never been to Prague. But they say it's good. So that's that aspect that I wanted to talk about. Okay, I just thought we'd finish this video off with a quick look around a few of the night spots in Pattaya here, starting with Walking Street. And this is Walking Street just after midnight. Oh, I can't believe how quiet it is actually, and the people that are here, you don't actually see many people that are looking like tourists from Europe, Australia, the sort of Caucasian countries. It looks mostly like foreigners, and it's an indication of where we really are at the moment. Very quiet. They say It's just part of the low season. But you look, normally this would be teeming down here, and even in the quiet season it would normally be teeming from people that were visiting from other countries. But you know, the Chinese or the Indians, yeah, the Indians have an interest in walking down here and having a look at whatever's going, but not spending money. And the Chinese have no real interest in it at all. Maybe a few will come down. Koreans, yeah, same. But none of them want to spend money down here. They're not night owls that are out to Sin City. And is it Sin City now, or is it transpiring into Sun City? It's, time will tell. But I really believe that the future, if you're looking for the old Sin City, I think the future is pretty bleak. So here we are having a look down Soi 6. This is a Saturday evening, and it's supposed to be a big party time. There's 55 bars around in the area that have all got together and said they're trying to get customers out and get people down using the bars, and they're having a party weekend. And all the bars with balloons outside are all participating. They're putting food on apparently, and it looks like, from what I see here, is there's lots of girls out getting ready. Well, it's after 6 in the evening, so I would have expected it to be fairly busy, but no, it's not. They've obviously set the party up. They've got the balloons, they've got the girls, they've got the beer, they've got the music, they've got the food, but they haven't got the customers. That's an ingredient that they just can't conjure up quickly. Here in Soi 6, or Soi Sex as some people call it, and there are other devious pseudonyms for it, like Soi 5+1. I really don't know what the future of this Soi is actually. There is some good places down here. I'm not talking about the bars. I don't use the bars down here at all, but there's like the Queen Vic Hotel. They've got rooms, and it's a lovely eating house, and it's right bang in the middle of Soi 6 here. Incidentally, my lawyers are actually got their office down here. International Law is down here on the left-hand side down here, and they look after everything for me, including my house and submitting company papers, etc. So it's very handy for that. But as you can see, it really is not looking so bright for all these people that are putting an effort in, you know. It's So let's move into Soi 7 here. These bars on the left are all a group of bars, all run by or managed by one guy who's an eternal optimist that believes that Soi 7 is going to come back at some time in the future. He's even got a hold of a hotel just opposite them. Unfortunately, I don't share his optimism. As you can see, going down Soi 7 here, once again, it's extremely quiet. And it's quite sad actually, because a lot of people have spent a lot of money down this Soi 7, revamping their bars. Look, the massage lady is pretty quiet there. But they've spent a fortune revamping their bars, etc., getting ready for the after-COVID mad rush that just hasn't materialized, and I'm very doubtful if it's ever going to materialize actually. And even if it got busier, I don't see that Soi 7 is going to be an attraction. It used to be in the days gone by. Soi 7, Soi 8 was the original one, and Soi 7, when I first came here in the 90s, was just a lane with nothing on it virtually, maybe 1 or 2 bars, but virtually nothing. But it's built up, and Soi 7 actually seemed to get to a stage where it took over just after the 90s, and Soi 8 started to get a bit quieter. And it was very popular down here, Soi 7, Soi 8, and some of the little cross Sois that linked them all. They were all busy, but I don't mean to keep sounding negative, but I don't believe that's ever going to come back. And as you can see, the bars here on both sides actually are pretty quiet. When I worked here in the 90s, I think I came out here about 93 or 94, something like that anyway. And I was right through to about the 98, I think I left here. When I came here, there was only soy 8 around here. Soy, as I say, soy 7, very minimal. There was soy 6, of course, that was a busy sex soy then. Walking Street, it was a tourist thing. People came to see the Walking Street, but it was an expensive place compared with the rest of Pattaya. There was nothing up around Soy Bacau or New Plaza, etc. Some bars in Soy 13 area, and of course the Boys Town down there. Now that's something I don't know what's happened about. The last time I passed by Boys Town and I looked in there, it was all completely shut up, and it didn't look as though any effort was making to get it back up and running again. So maybe they just don't get enough of that type of clientele to support Boys Town. But there's enough bars round about in Soy Bacau, etc. A lot of ladyboy bars. Up Soy Chayapum, Soy Pothole, that's rapidly turning into be like a little boys' town, ladyboys, all by itself. It's that seems to be the main clientele up there, and people go up there looking for the ladyboys. If that's what turns them on, that's the place to go and get them, I suppose. Just as we're coming down here onto Beach Road, on the left the famous corner bar, and you know the corner bar is one of the old established bars here, and it really is one of the favourites over the years, where people used to come down and do a lot of people watching and watch the sun go down into the sea, and it's been a very popular bar for a long, long time. So just to complete our little tour, we're going to have a look up Soy 8 here now, see what's happening up here. Soy 8. You know, the last time, here's the Sailor Bar. Now that's another one that's gone back many, many years. I'm sure there's a lot of you that's watching this that have been here to Pattaya. You'll remember this Sailor Bar. It's one of the old established bars. If you've been there, let me know in the comments. And they've redecorated it up, but I think it's still very popular for food, etc. in the afternoons. In fact, you can see a few in here eating at the moment. Okay, I'll leave this video off here. Do you want to buy a bar? I certainly wouldn't if I was you. I'd avoid it like the plague, but here we have a Pakistani restaurant, a new one. Anyway, let's leave it off there. Thanks for watching. It's sorry it's maybe dragged on a bit, this video, but hey, you can always skip it or cut it. Once again, take care, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.